I am live. The whole platform is different. It don't have the little things down here no more. Nothing. I don't know. Comments are supposed to still be over there. That's a good deal. That's Christina. Hey, darling. Grounds Family Farm. Oh, the GFF. Is my vacation house started yet? Is it? Have you started back to work on it? Come on, come on. Tell me yes. Tell me yes. No excuses. I don't know what's going on. I don't have my StreamYard. I don't know what's going on here. I love you too, baby girl. Oh, I knew there was a catch to that. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh. There's Melinda. Don't forget to hit that like button. Tammy, good to see you. I was working, editing my video, but somehow or another it keeps getting longer and longer and longer. So I don't know when I'm going to get it finished. Oh, mercy. I don't know what the second largest event in Chattanooga is. You got, there's my Neil. How you doing, Mr. Neil? K or K. Yeah, it's K or K. One of the two. I don't ever know which one. It's the one. The larger one, huh? I missed something, I reckon. On that one. Neil's a hollering at Squeaky. She answered you, Neil. Yeah. Let's see. Well, we got several people. Let's see. I ain't seen Peggy yet. A few other people's not here yet. Well, Houdini didn't. Well, Houdini's just Houdini. That's all there is to it. Houdini's in my next video. Oh, yeah. Oh, Some seafood, huh? Now we're talking. Trying to wake up. Yeah, it's about time to go to work. You better get woke up. You ain't got long. I didn't do much today, but if I was to tell you what I did today, you wouldn't have to watch the video. But I didn't do nothing. I did do one thing, maybe two. Neil, something's not right because oh, there you are. See, something's happened. I've lost all them. It don't pop up here like it used to. I don't know what's going on. Usually our pictures, both of them, are at the bottom, but there's nothing down there. And I've been hiding in the studio while you were. Well, my phone was chatting to me, or maybe I was talking. Maybe I might have been talking, doing a message or something. You have to work tonight. Yeah. Well, yeah, she has to work every night. It's her Friday. What is the day? Thursday? I think today's Thursday. Yeah. It's a busy little phone. But I don't have the picture. I don't have our pictures down there, Neil, no more. I don't have nothing. Uh, it said guest, and then I see you, and it says invite guest. If I click on that, it brings up that. But something's not right. Uh, they've set something up. Some things aren't where they usually are. I wonder if I still got. I might need to update it. I don't have the. It's not doing it no more. Everything's quit working. Oh, okay, Christina. God bless. Have have fun. We might be planning on seeing you Sunday. Let's see. Today's the day before yesterday, and the day after before tomorrow. Uh, I've been communicating, setting up my next appointment. I can't. They picked the time to do it right when I was going right when I started going live. I'm sitting here inviting guests. I don't know what's going on with the whole thing. Like I say, your picture's missing at the bottom down here where it usually is. and it didn't let me enter the studio. It just went to a place where it had a button, and you push the button to go live. Uh, GFF, Grounds Family Farm. You might want to check and see if yours has changed any. I don't know what's going on. It might be just a fluke for the night. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, okay. You were talking. uh, for me to be saying that. What did I say? Y'all got me so confused. But this doggone uh see, it's got down here where guest is now. You put mash guest, and I see you now, Neil. But it says invite guest. I don't. It's got me all. I don't like it when things change because I get used to it. I get to knowing what's there.
You don't need to invite me. I can jump in anytime.
I know that's what I thought. But you're not down here for like I can't see that you're there anymore unless I hit the guest button.
That means you can't get rid of me.
Oh, this. Huh, it is. Yeah, I know they're not there no more. That's weird. And hey, there's Peggy. Hey, Peggy. Oh, our professional indoor gardener. Maybe Neil can show us his new song. he 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 might not be ready to debut it yet. It's a good song though. Oh, yeah, blood pressure medicine, huh? Mine works good, except for yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday. Um, I had to take one of my quick pills, bring my blood pressure down. Hadn't had to do that in months. It's been months since I had that happen. And then it zapped me. I mean, it just literally took everything out of me. It went so high, and I brought it back down so fast. I can't show you my song. It's a song. Sing away, Neil. It's actually not Neil singing. It's pretty good. He used that artificial brain. Yeah. And to rewrite some of the lyrics. I don't know. I was patting my foot to what you had there. Yeah, Melinda, I drink quite a bit of water. Uh, but that's I've I take 3 blood pressure pills a day, 2 at the same time and 1 by itself. Uh, yeah, I'm definitely a heavy drinker. It's water, um, Lipton, Georgia peach tea, or Gatorade. Yeah, I couldn't find that. Uh, Neil, uh, what you're using? AI. Yeah, uh, I drink. Believe me, I drink a lot more than I eat, Melinda. A whole lot more. Sometimes I don't eat and I do a
Motion
lot of
detected
drinking.
in the front yard.
There's a motion in the front yard. That might be Scott coming home. Well, maybe, maybe not. No, it's Cat. It's a meow meow. Yeah, I've got my ride set up. I thought it might be Houdini coming around here knocking on the door, you know. uh, got my ride set up for the 14th already. The only thing is, my son says I have to buy something for Valentine's. So I told him I'd try to find her some chocolate kisses somewhere or something, you know. Houdini is in the pen right now. You said that. You sent that message to me yesterday, Neil. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to cut my video for today down. I really didn't. There really isn't nothing in it, but for some reason I'm up to 40 minutes already, and I ain't finished yet. I have to go back and do some more editing. Try to make it a little shorter. I know it gets boring. Nobody wants to watch a boring video. The reason so many people can make videos in 15 and 20 minutes can say as much as I do in 40 minutes because they talk faster than I do. Because I don't talk 90 miles an hour like that. I just can't talk that fast anymore. I just don't do it. I have to think, process what I'm saying. But that's what happens after you turn 35. Yeah, Michael took me to my last appointment. Monica's taking me to this one. And the one next Friday I can drive myself. It's the following Friday that I can't, the 14th that I can't. But the 7th, I can drive myself. That's the heart doctor. 2 Fridays in a row. Yeah, you must be 35. You must be 35 too, then, Melinda. Oh, yeah. Eric had all that snow down there. And if he wanted to make a snowball or a snowman, he had to run out there real quick because it was gone just about as fast as it got there. Yeah. Hmm. And Peggy, I walk so slow. I really seriously thought about uh, walking across the yard and act like I'm running, and then just speed it up. And say, look what I can do. I thought I could make everybody think I could really run. There's a lot of things I like to speed up, but what it is, what it is. I don't know. Somebody tell me when was the last time that was it one day last week, Daddy? They're not going live but once a week now, ain't it seems like. Or it seems like it's gone longer than a week. Maybe it's just because I miss them. Yeah, I thought about that too. To do 2-step or something, I'd have to do it real slow. And then, but Grandpa Doss, he does what? He does a chicken dance. He's got a chicken dance he does. And he's just about, he's almost my age. Oh, Lord have mercy. Uh, uh, yeah, the wormy dance. That's what it's called. See, I can always depend on one of y'all to fill me in, remind me what it is. I can't. The wormy dance. No, Neil, I couldn't keep up. I'm waiting for Grandpa Doss just out. I can't wait till he reaches 35 and then he'll slow down some too. And y'all probably watch Doss Acres. They're going to get one of his brother's cows. Yeah, I'd have to do the guinea dance. Just run back and forth. I could do one out there next to the fence. Just run back and forth. And I go, I can dance, I can dance, I can dance, I can dance. Oh, and hey there, Eric. Good to see you. Can't call you the snowman no more. They said your snow disappeared just as fast as it got there. Yeah. I haven't seen Meg. It's 8 o'clock her time. Yeah. Well, it was somewhat of an overcast day here. It wasn't really sunny or anything, but it was partly sunny. It was nice out. It's nice out right now. I could walk out there in a short sleeve shirt, but it's supposed to cool on off some more. I didn't get the. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I pulled the truck under the carport, Neil, in case it stopped raining, decided to go somewhere. You wouldn't have to sit on a wet roof. Yeah, she should have the cats fed by now. Unless you, well, I think she's going to wait till Saturday to cut her brother's hair. Yeah, yeah. I woke up and caught part of it before she got home, all the way from her mother's house, somewhere around there, just before she got to her mother's house. That's when I started watching. I went back and watched the whole thing so that we'll see the sunset. Don't that sunset on them mountains? Because there's not as many trees in the way around the mountains in that part of the country to block the view. But doesn't it look like that there's a long streak of fire when that sun's going down? It just looks like there's a fire across the top of the mountains. I know. I was worried about her driving, Neil. You up there on the dash because your feet was in the way, and she was having to watch where she was going, looking between your toes, and I was really worried about that. You don't like snow no more, huh? You're just in the wrong place to like snow. You're not supposed to like it in Florida. That's why everybody runs south from the north to go down there to get away from it. We've got some. We got some pretty decent weather coming. I don't know if it's caused the temperature or something else going on, but I got hot yesterday. 85% chance of rain tomorrow. But we're going to be in the 60s, and Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to be just 1 or 2 degrees from reaching 70.
Motion detected in the front yard.
Our lows are just going to be in the 40 all the way up to 55. But then next Saturday, we go back to 38 degrees for a low. We got a warm spell coming, but we got rain tomorrow, next Wednesday, next Thursday, and next Friday. So that's apt to change. And of course, it's showing thunderstorms. So. Yeah, you take pictures of the snow. You take some of the pictures of the snow that you got, put it up there with the boots, and go, be prepared for the next one, and go up to $250. That's what you do. And then people be going, yeah. Yeah, you do. That's I just love watching her sunsets, especially when it gets over that. Was it Black Mountain? What was the name of that mountain? Is that right? Uh, rain and fog. Well, what they're saying for Friday, it's supposed to start right around midnight tonight, and pretty much till about 6 p.m. The whole middle part of the day is real high percentage, so yeah, won't be much going on tomorrow. Now, I like that 60. I wish it could be 60. If it'd just be 60, I'd be happy during the day. Oh, yeah, Peggy, there'll definitely be another good several days of cold weather. I mean, we still got February. And who knows about March? I mean, you never know. They got a snowstorm in March before. Meg, yeah, she done had a little dinner. I hope it was enough, just a little. 80 degrees. I hadn't seen that in a few months. There she is. Yeah, Kirsty. Food. Now, we talk about the food. I've been thinking about making getting some hamburger meat out of the freezer and make me a meatloaf. But I just don't ever get the hamburger meat out. Let me catch it before it goes off this time. Trying to see Scott's home. No. Don't feed the dog again. I done fed the dog. That dog's been getting fed twice a night. I've been feeding it, and I told Scott today. I said, yeah, don't. I fed the dog." Well, should be planting seeds. Coffee pot has a new home. Oh, it moved over on the new fridge, huh? Didn't you get a new mini fridge? She's got more seeds than she can count now. I thought she was gonna, in that video, I thought she was gonna open up one drawer and go, "See, I've got some seeds." But no, she got to open up 4 or 5 drawers and go, "And I got some here and I got some there." Hey, she's gonna have to start selling seeds. Well, I'll tell you, I told you in my video that I might take it out now since I'm going to tell you. Look up for ways to cut the video shorter. It might be one of them. Because only certain people keep up with it anyway. And they're usually here on the live. But they might be sending Daniel back to the house with hospice instead of keeping him at the hospital. I think the hospital don't want to keep him. I think they're going to bring him home and set a pump up and all that stuff at the house. We'll have to wait and see. And that's what I was trying to see if they were, maybe if they brought him home this evening or not. But Meg never needs no more seeds. And my thing quit rolling, so I thought nobody was saying nothing. You no longer have to walk. My gosh, coffee in one spot, yeah. Oh, Peg wasn't in there, was she? She missed. No, she was in there. Well, it's new then. Blend of mustard seeds. Oh, you're going to try to grow some Dollar Trees? If that works, let me know. I'm going to plant a whole field full. She's still sewing. It's possible. He didn't want to come home, Melinda. Yeah, you got that coffee pot going. Be careful, you might end up with a nickname like Brandon Jr. or something like that, you know? Oh, well, I don't know, Tammy. It seemed like 35 was to go downhill age. Uh, I'm gonna wait. Peggy. I'm gonna wait and see. See if she grows any. If it works or not. If it works, I'm gonna plant a whole. I'm gonna plant. I'm gonna plant all the way across the creek. What am I talking about? I'm not just a field, but the front yard to walk out into Dollar Trees. Yeah. Make a pot of coffee before you go to bed. Wait a minute. You never make one then, because you never go to bed. I was gonna say, and then when you do wake up, it'd be nice and strong. He don't go to bed. I don't think he falls asleep. You know, what was that show that was on TV? It was popular there for a while. The Walking Dead. That's the way he walks around because he ain't asleep. They don't ever sleep neither, from what I understand. But let's see. I went down this evening and topped everything off at the barn, and uh, of course Bonnie had already plopped herself up on the roosting bar. Same place she always gets. I think she gets in there. I think she goes in there before any of the chickens does and jumps up there and goes, "This is my spot." Yeah, the rest of it, y'all's. This is me right here. Is that the same as walking around? Yeah, probably. Oh, I've had that. I've had that feeling quite often. Uh, I don't know. Uh, I don't know how many of y'all on here, or if any of y'all at all, ever had any PTSD. But for me, it's kind of like everything goes into a tunnel when it really hits me hard. And I don't know. I just like, I don't know what's going on around me. Everything's tunneled. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Uh, they can't answer questions, Neil. If they do, if you go ask somebody else the same question, you'll get a different answer. I never really thought about PTSD, and uh, I always looked at it as somebody maybe who'd been to war. Uh, bombs and stuff going off around them and stuff like that. And but when that lady told me talking about my PTSD, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! I ain't been to war." And she goes, "Oh no, yeah, yeah." So I ain't been to war. She goes, "Yeah, but you've had brain trauma." uh, I just never give it no thought. I get, well, yeah, that's what it is. But oh yeah, I guess anybody could get it then. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you hit the head with a baseball bat. Yeah, yeah. That I don't know. But when I get hit hard, when it hits me hard, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like everything's tunneled. It's like almost like when people see you have eye problems and you see tunnel vision and stuff. It's the kind of way life is focused during that time. Yeah, I say so. Some worse than others, and some lucky enough not to have none at all. But it's I guess it just depends on, I guess, what's happened to you or whatever. I wish I knew where my glasses were. I thought they were on this table. Oh, actually, Neil, entertain everybody just a minute. I know exactly where they're at. I do believe. Oh, I'm so Bible. Oh yeah. I need to get my old reading glasses. Uh, yeah. Well, I know certain things set it off. I haven't figured out really what sets mine off. But you know, a lot of military people, fireworks
Motion detected in the front yard.
and things of that nature sets them off. Neil ain't singing. Neil didn't sing for you, did she? Oh, mercy. Uh, yeah, they were beside my Bible. I knew what I had. I knew. Well, I hadn't really used them on the internet to read. World of difference, yes. Yeah. I need to compare them to my old readers. I put all three of them back in my glasses. Clear as a bell now. Oh, yeah, reading glasses. Yeah, everything that's older than me. Anything over 35. I can see you now. There's Peggy right there. Oh, look, there's Neil. I can see all the way over to the UK. I can see all the way to Texas. How about that one now? Yeah, I had them in here on the kitchen table, and that's why I kept looking and then I remembered before I went live, I carried them in there. Yeah, it's a good point there, Neil. I don't know where Meg went. She had a little dinner. Must have been too much. I've got to get used to. I had gotten. I took my readers out of my glasses, and oh, just had a pair. Just had some made just for reading glasses. So now I've got to get used to all three of them being in one again. Meg must have went to have some apple pie or something. Yeah, but old Houdini has got everybody puzzled. And Scott came over and looked today. I said he was out there. I said, "You get a chance, walk around and look and see if you see a place you think." Right there. Just noticed that Brandon. Yeah, he posted one right when I went live, just after I went live, I think. Yeah. I was looking today. I need to pull my fence up in my tire there, get my soil turned over, and start working it a little bit and getting it ready to get the ground ready, get the soil ready for jalapeno peppers again. Yeah, I told her she had a little bit too much of a little bit of dinner. And she said she just had a little dinner. But she didn't even get permission, did she? Yeah, I might have to put some padlocks on it. See, when he got out the first time, he was on outside the fence. And, you know, when you get to the new addition to the palace there, that's double fenced. That's got the fence and the fence that come with, with the palace. And there's no place to haul the way down. Nothing. Nowhere. No way. So I thought, well, of course they can fly out of the yard over across the fence, but it's not likely at their age and wanting to get back in. So I thought, okay, I'm going to close the gate at the top, because that's probably what he did, was walk up there and went around and came back to the outside. But then the next time he was in the fence, and I thought, okay, I'm now sure it has to be on that side. But yeah, it's just not there. You just don't see it. But I am taking steps to try to remedy the problem. Meg was on a timer and she didn't know it. And land of the free. Well, yeah, it's I asked Scott what he thought about it after he looked. It's in the video. Oh yeah. After making that trip, you got to come back to the kitchen and get something else to snack on. It's like I always tell everybody, great. There's I don't know, I can't remember if it's on YouTube or not, but we made a video of it. It's been a few years back, but I got to cutting up about it was Thanksgiving, going over to eat at Christina's and making it weird. I'm not going to make it weird, but well, it wasn't nothing that we planned on making, and it just happened as it happened. Yeah, she needs her little snack box on top too. Oh mercy! I must have had to stand in the tub. I was wondering why my feet were wet. Wasn't room for me to stand anywhere else. Yeah, so yeah, I said I wasn't going to make it weird, but I did, and I don't think I could eat another bite. Well, oh, except well, maybe another one or two of those deviled eggs might help, you know. And then Christina went to naming all the desserts. And I was like, oh, no, no. Well, maybe just a little piece of everything. Uh, yeah. Uh, that Neil covered up Eric's eyes, and Eric went. Yeah, I'll tell you something about these glasses, though. They tried to get me to change frames again. And I'm like, no, not changing frame. If they break, I'll replace them. But no, I like these frames. They're comfortable. They are so light. I mean, there's just nothing. And this isn't plastic and it isn't glass. It's something else that they make the lenses out of. And uh, uh, it's even lighter than either one of them. So it's almost like they're not even there as far as sitting on my face. That's probably right, Peggy. I can't remember. Yeah, yeah. But it's they are super light. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. But I've had these. I've had these. When I told the lady, I said I know for a fact. Uh, I've had them about 8 years, and she goes, "Well, they must be awful good." I said they are. Uh, they were the best, the best ones made at the time. And they need cleaning. All except for this part. Up here needs cleaning. Yeah, well, they held me up when I was in there, and I kept my own frames. Well, let's see. I didn't have to pay to have my eyes checked. The insurance did pay for that, but they didn't pay. They paid I think $50 on my lenses plus 20%. They took 20% off, and I still paid like $209. And I was like, really? Yeah, I hear you, Eric. I've there's a I've had a lot of them, but I've never this is just I've been wearing glasses. I should have had them beforehand, but I didn't. I was kind of forced into having to buy them to pass my physical when I was 21. So what I've had them 14. I've had to wear glasses 14 years now. 21, 35, ain't that right? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this has been the best pair of frames I've ever had. They're comfortable, and I, you know, I'm not going to be happy if anything happens to them. I don't think I'm sure I'll find another pair, but I'll probably buy 3 or 4 different ones before I find the one that I really want, that I'm happy with. Well, since I didn't buy my frames from them, I thought she was getting ready to tell me. Well, she actually almost did. She was, uh, well, you didn't buy these frames here. I don't know if we can fit them or not. I'm like, seriously? Well, let me check with my supervisor. And she come back and she goes, oh yeah, he said it'd be fine. I just have to measure myself. And I'm like, okay, there you go. So, uh, because if she told me that, I was going to go back to the hills, back on the hill up here, and take my prescription and let them fill it, and put them in these lenses, because that's where these frames come from. But I was giving them the business because of the fact that's the doctor's office that did my eyes, did the surgery on both of my eyes and everything, and they're the ones that did all the they did all the work this time. But the one on the hill don't have a doctor. They that does um, surgery stuff. So I was kind of had no choice but to go down there. Yeah. Well, uh, so these lenses would these now I didn't buy no frames, so just the 2 glasses, the 2 lenses would have been a little over $300. So it's uh, probably somewhere, and that wasn't counting the eye exam. Uh, I didn't have to pay for that. I did the eye exam uh, before that. Well, Melinda, it was good to see you. Hope you enjoy that 70-degree weather. God bless. Uh, keep on smiling. We'll see you next time. Oh yeah, Neil. I knew they could do it. I just that's just an excuse. But I was fixing to leave. I was fixing to go. Nah. Yeah. Well, when she looked up my insurance, she says,
Motion detected in the front yard.
"Now my insurance is good for a lot of things, but not glasses." Uh, she said it was the lowest one the allowance on one that she's ever come across. Well, that's not a bad deal right there now, Meg. Yeah. Yeah, the frames are just almost as expensive, if not more expensive, than the lenses. But I'm happy with my frames, and I probably won't go unless I have some problems. I won't go back to the eye doctor until my doctor rides me so hard about it that said my cataracts are not bad enough, and I'm probably good for about another about 3 to 5 years before anything would have to be done. I probably won't be here then, so I ain't gonna worry about that. and I just I'm not going to change frames next time neither, as long as these are still as comfortable as they are. I meant that. Doggone it. I meant to ask Melinda if she's had any luck on uh, an apartment. Slipped my mind. So just now. Oh, Neil, I think she's gone. You know, she was staying in a motel, and I think she still is. I could deal with that. Well, anyway, did anybody? I don't know. Neil, when did Brandon and them go live last? Well, which channel were they on? Were they on her channel or his channel? Or her channel or their channel? Because the main channel's not just his, it's hers too. It's the family channel. What's the yes for? I can't remember which one it was they went live on, and when it seems like it's been over a week, if not longer. Uh, for that, it just been 4 days ago. Wow. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. That that night they were at Grounds Family Farm. They were sending me pictures of myself on the big screen. That's why I told y'all they were picking on me. Saturday. Well, maybe that's what I was thinking about. Unless I missed, did I miss one? I don't think I did. Or I might have woke up, been asleep and woke up and started watching it. And just don't remember it. Because that happens to me quite often. Yeah, I hear you, Meg. They all wear glasses. Well, she could. I don't know, Peggy. You didn't. I don't think you missed anything. I think Neil spilled some of his coffee in his lap. Other than that, I don't think you missed anything. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's about time for Stephanie to go live then. Yeah, might have been. It just seems like everything seems such a long time ago. Just things that happened the other day seems like they were a long time ago. And a long, long time ago seems like yesterday. That's the weird part. I was talking to someone last night about somebody who we lost Mary Sue, not my sister Mary, but another Mary Sue who used to work for us at the fruit stand in 2020, also in the early part of 2020. And I say it just seems like yesterday. I she missed that completely too. Oh, what happened? She things when I was a kid seems like yesterday. But it seemed when it's just been a few weeks ago when Michael took me to down there for that test. But it seems like it was forever ago. I mean, it seems like it was months ago. So yeah. Yeah. I bet it does, Neil. Well, I had to. I can't remember if it was yesterday or day before. Somebody wanted to debate me on certain scriptures and certain beliefs of different beliefs, and I cut it kind of short. I was like, look, you know, some people say this and some people say that. Some people look at it a totally different way. I said, just pick one, whichever one you want it to be. It don't matter to me which one you pick. What matters to me is whether or not you realize you're saved by the blood of Christ, and that you're doing your best to live for Him. That's all that matters. Just kind of shut the whole thing down. The rest of it really don't matter. Your walk is more important. Hey, January is almost over. Never get here. Well, it's this is the end of the month. The 30th. Is there 31 days in this month? I think there is. I think we got one more day to go. Yes, 31. Okay. Yeah, I kind of cut it short because I saw where it was going. It was turning into one of those. Well, why do you believe that? But what about this? And what about that? And just pick whichever one you want to believe. But what's more important is now and who you walking with and where you stand. Are you prayed up? Are you are you prepared? The rest is debatable if that's what you want to do. Yeah, one more day, and it's going to rain on the last day of the month here, or at least that's what they say. It's not midnight yet. It's not tomorrow yet. The weatherman, believe it or not, the weatherman, don't let this get out, but our weatherman don't know what he's talking about most of the time. I wouldn't want to. Yeah, there's some people who put their faith in that weatherman, but sometimes he just don't know what he's saying. But he's saying from midnight till like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to be having rain, 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 and more rain. I'm willing to bet I could go out there at noon and it'd be dry weather. Exactly, Peggy. Yeah. I think that might be the practicing starting point. Yeah. It might rain today. I'm about to go put. It's I'm really concerned about the overall walk, I guess you could say, beliefs. Everybody wants to have a different one and then wants to argue about it. There's nothing to argue about. There's nothing to debate back and forth. Just be prepared. I think we're all going to be shocked. I think we're all going to be surprised. I don't think nobody's got it perfect, and I think we're all going to be really shocked. I'm like, wow. It's all about the blood. Neil, Neil, can you send me the link to that thing that you're doing the music thing on? I couldn't find it. Yeah, I hear you, Peggy. We just won't have to deal with it no more. I'm sure that's what I wrote down. Was it last night we were talking about this? Or not before? That's what I tried to pull up last night, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get nothing out of it, Neil. Let's try it while we're here. Tell me, NBC Nightly News full episode. I'm not interested. Well, okay. Maybe I was doing something wrong. When I pull it up, Neil, it's got categories. Which category is it? Exactly, Eric. And a lot of people forget that sometimes. They boast themselves. They get full of themselves. And they just know what they read and how they read it and how they interpret it is the right way. 100%. You need to listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. Let me. Well, you have to do this to be saved. You have to do that to do this, and that and do that. And this is the way you should do it, and this is the way that. And I don't know. I mean, people, it's getting worse and worse. They're even rewriting the Bible. Let me see here, Neil. Which one of them? Well, I just clicked it off. Which one of them categories, Neil? Hey, Sue. How you doing? Can you see them, Neil? There's a whole list of them there. Like 6 of them or so. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to click on it, and it's a picture of it where I took a snapshot. Duh. That ain't going to work. Whoa. Make a song about the moon. Make a song about cooking. Make a song of lunch. Make a song for your goldfish. Make a song about your dentist. Okay, now this is getting scary. Make a song for your workout. Oh, a bunch of snoring sounds. Make a song for the holidays. Make a song. Wow. Make a song. Was that the right one? Neil does that and has all these categories. This wheel that spins around. Lauren Hardy coming up there. Let me see. Oh, it matters what kind of phone you got too, I guess. Uh, no, I was trying to see, Neil, I was looking to see, where do you sign up for it? Don't see that nowhere. It is building a future where anybody can make great music, whether you're. Yeah. Says they're on Android now. You got an iPhone, don't you, Neil? It's almost. Take a picture of it. Okay. Let's see. Sue is the last one to come in here now. Oh. Well, that don't mean the worst of the worst. It must be the mobile. It might be. It came up on. I did it on my phone. I took a picture of it. I'll pull it up on the computer. Of what you sent me there. Well, yeah, Daniel's, I've known people to be on hospice and then turn around and hospice would be out of the picture because they would get better. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but it depends on your situation and what you're going through. I've seen them help people get back on their feet. Uh, Daniel's sleeping them 95+% of the time now. There's nothing else they can do. Scott says he talks good when he is awake. He's still talking, but he's in such he's that has grown into his sinuses and everything. He's having so much trouble and pain. And they've all connected. The one from back here to here to here has all the one in his mouth. They've all grown in together, and uh, yeah. Uh, Daniel could be with us for quite a bit longer, but if we just don't know. Yeah, you're definitely in our prayers. Uh, kind of hard, but Scott just don't want him to suffer no more. And I told somebody last night that uh, he sees me across the yard when he's going to go somewhere, and always has. So he see me, it's hey Uncle Dean, and just holler and stuff, And we've had some great conversations and biblical and personal and everything else in the past. And I still remember when he was born, but when they left here, uh, I was pretty sure Monday when they left here to go to the hospital, I'd never hear him say holler at me again. Hey, across the yard, hey Uncle Dean. Uh, it's kind of hard to accept in a lot of ways, but we just have to keep the faith. But I'm glad to know that there will be a day that I'm going to walk through some gates, and among other people, I'm going to hear his voice in the background, and I believe that's what I hear. Say, Uncle Dean, what took so long? Uh, you know, you've done all you can do right to the end if you've fought a good battle and stayed true and faithful. I, uh, My sister, I was fortunate enough to be able to be there when she passed and be holding her hand, talking to her. She couldn't talk back to me, but I was able to talk to her. And I know she could. I'm pretty sure she was hearing everything I said and understanding everything I said. But I still remember when that nurse come in there when she took her last breath, and that nurse came in because I'd already took the suction thing away from the nurse, and I said I'll do it from now on if that's okay with you. And she says that's fine. So I was keeping her mouth cleaned out and stuff, and because she kept coming in there, kept coming in there, kept coming in there, and I was just like, no, I'll do it. And but in spite of it, when that nurse came in and pronounced it, said that stated the time and of the last heartbeat. I heard her, but I didn't hear her. I just looked at her and said, "What?" And she said it again. I said, "Okay, thank you." And she walked away. Ah, that's a good question right there. Yeah, I'm looking to. They talk about this last seal that is more than we could handle. When the seals are being broke, I don't know. Well, maybe when we all get to heaven, we'll be able to handle it because I'd like to see it. Could you imagine land in a field, sitting under a tree, perfect? That is all perfect. And animals of all kinds, peaceful. I know, some people don't think animals will be there, and that's their choice to believe, and I believe there will be. It even talks about animals, so I don't see why they wouldn't be there. But understanding up here what they're thinking and what's going on is what will be something else. But they won't be wanting to eat me no more. I know. I believe we'll recognize one another. We might not. I don't know if we'll remember. Well, we should. I don't think we'll remember the so much about our life on this earth beforehand. I don't know. I don't think so. But we'll be, even if we did, there'll be so much joy that won't matter. And a new body, yeah. These knees that don't want to lift me up no more. I don't have the strength in my knees to hold me, to pick me up. I had to pull myself up. That'll be, that'll be, that'll be good. $10 years in May. Yeah, time flies. Yeah, we lost. My mom lived. She lived to be 76. I think it was 76. But we lost Daddy at 56, and I lost my sister when she was 54. And I thought, man. WD-40. I guess at one stage or another, WD-40 worked, because I know somebody that used to do it. The lady used to spray herself down, rub that WD-40 in. But 2020, October, was we lost Mary Sue, who worked for us for 20 some years. The first part of 2020, and then my sister at the end of 2020. Lost even my animals. I lost Duke, my German Shepherd, in 2020. I lost my cat of 22 years in 2020. Unreal. It was a rough year.
Motion detected in the front yard.
September the 28th, 2020. She fostered through her house that we stopped counting, and that's why we wrote it in her thing. We lost count. Over 170 children through foster care. Yeah. But we got to do what we enjoyed doing together one last time, which was amazing. We went and got a milkshake together. She adopted 10 kids, but she had over. We finally said, let's just stop there. 170 kids. So we just put over 170 kids, because we've been digging. But over 170 kids went through her front door and out her front door, either to be placed somewhere else or went back to their families, which was always her goal. Her goal was always want to be reunited with their families and their families to get on their feet. And I can't think of how many times, she would, I can't even tell you how many times she went to court and how many times she got involved in not just the child's life, but the parents' life, the ones that really wanted their children back. She did her best to mentor them and try to make that happen. And then there was some, she was like, no. No way, Jose. And that's how she ended up adopting 10 of them. I can remember I had to sign. I was next to guardian if something happened to them, to her. Her and her husband, if something happened to them, so they were in a tragic accident or something, lost them both, they would come to me. And I kept doing this and kept doing this. And every time she adopted one, and finally I said, Murray, I'm getting older. And if something was to happen to y'all, all these kids, I wouldn't be able to provide for them like need be. I would be more than I can handle. I couldn't make sure they all got a good education, sent to college and all that. And I said, we need to think about that, and let other people open up some doors for them. And 3 of the boys were brothers, and the first five kids, oh, not really the first 5, but the first 5 that came to her that she was wanting to adopt, one of them had a lot of health issues, and was 2 other boys. There was 4 of them. 3 boys. Yeah, 3 boys and a girl. And when it come time that the parents were losing total custody to the state, the grandmother of the children stepped up and says, I want the girl. I don't want the boys. I can't handle them. So the court gave her the girl. But my sister was willing to adopt all 4 of them. And but I can remember there was a lot of people on her back over adopting these 4 kids, or trying to, at the time, because they were black. And I'll tell you, here's how I put it to her. She called me. She says, I need to talk to you. And I said, okay. She says, first of all, if I adopt some kids, would you be the backup parent if something happened to us, that you would take care of them? And I said, yeah. And I could do that. And she says, well, they're going to call you with a lot of questions and all this kind of stuff. And I said, that's fine. Let them call. And so she said, but I got some questions for you. She says, I'm only going to be able to get 3 of these 4. The grandmother has already got the little girl, but she don't want the boys. And people are saying I'm wrong for wanting to adopt them. I was like, well, let me ask you this. Does anybody else want them? She says, no, nobody's wanting them. Nobody's in line for them or anything like that. Nobody's stepping up to the plate. I said, do you love them? She said, yeah. I said, then don't worry about what other people say or other people think. Yeah. Do what's on your heart. So she adopted. That was the first three she adopted. And I become the secondary, I guess you could say, if anything happened to them. And then next thing you know, there was some more. And there was one more. And then there was one more. And then there was one more. And I said, we've got to quit sometimes along the way here. Or you've got to find somebody else that could step up. And, you know, I would take on 100, 200, 300 kids if it was possible. But at some point, 99% of them wouldn't get what they deserve from me. There's no way. And, she says, yeah, I agree. So she got somebody else involved on the last 2 or 3. But now some of them are grown. They're grown adults, married. One of them was in the Air Force. And one was in college and was playing on football. But now that's all. There's only all the ones that I signed up for. Now the ones that I didn't, I'd be there for if I could be, if they'd let me. But I wasn't signed up for the ones that were still underage at the time. Plus, her husband was still alive. So, excuse me. Yeah. Yep. Neil, you might be in trouble, buddy. They're going to get you. Let's see. Yeah, there's been some tough years. I've other than my kids, I'm the only one left in my generation. All my uncles, aunts, all of them are gone. Neil says Neil's trying to let y'all think he's been sitting there listening. There was a situation here a couple of years ago that baby needed assistance, and I was more willing to do it, but because of my health, they wouldn't accept me to do it. Can y'all imagine me sitting here with a baby? But my health, they said no. But it was, yes, Sue, it was amazing that we got to counting and didn't. I mean, we knew a lot of kids, met a lot of kids, came through her house, but nobody ever thought of. That was over 170. Yeah, Peggy wants to know, what was you sitting on? Well, Sue, I'll tell you, I've been working on editing my video. I told everybody earlier. Uh, uh, and it's a long video, and I've been trying to edit it, and I ain't even finished putting it all in there yet. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to take out of it so it wouldn't be so long. But a Houdini is in there, in the video. I don't want to give up the video. That's what Meg was sitting on too. Or something else. Yeah, state thing. I don't know. It might be the longest video I ever made. I'm always thinking, I didn't do nothing. Why is the video 20 minutes long? But now I'm like, I didn't do nothing. Why is the video almost 40 minutes long? And I ain't even finished it. So I had to cut something out. I know that's lose a lot of people's attention, especially when there's nothing there to start with a lot of people. Houdini, I think I said in my video, I think he was, Houdini's got his name from, and a lot of people, he was from that. I think he started out like in the late 1800s or something into the early 1900s. But he started that by challenging the police to try to lock him up and keep him in prison, to lock him up in jail or whatever, and keep him there. And he'd escape. They could chain him up, do whatever they wanted. But then I got to thinking, prisons ain't like they were back, are not the same today as they were back then. So it was probably a little easier maybe to escape.
Motion detected in the front yard.
Don't cut the best part. I try not to. But yeah, that's how he got started. I forget his first name. I used to know that kind of stuff, a lot of that. It was kind of interesting. I do now. The camera that I've got screws into the light socket on the back porch, and it moves back and forth. And I've got it locked on them right now. It's got I can go on my phone and look at it, but it's saved to the card that's in it. But I hadn't pulled the card out to look at it because I didn't have it on until I started watching it, till I wanted to see. And I put a card in it because I just used it when I watched, wanted to look outside. I know. Or it would send me a notification or something. And I put a card in it yesterday so I didn't have to keep looking at it or whatever. And I didn't go back and look on the card because he didn't escape while the camera was on him. Was it Harry Houdini? There wasn't an original, was it? Was that his first name? I can't remember. Yeah, and he was the late 1800s. He was to the early 1900s. But yeah, that's where the challenge all started. I think there's been movies made of different things. Uh, his real name. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly right, Neil. I forgot about that. I couldn't remember it. It was Weisc. Yeah. Yeah. The one from 1874 to 1926 was the one that challenged them to keep him locked in jail. But everything, none of these magic acts and all these here uh, things were, uh, it's all illusion, or either, it's somehow or another different in a way that it could be figured out. Let's put it that way. And Houdini, I hear Houdini Guinea, which is part of the Magnificent Seven, can be figured out. Just just got to figure it out. That's all. He ain't got nothing on me. He's just one step ahead of me because he's did it and I haven't figured it out. That's all. He was also the one who named I before. But, that was I remember reading a book about him, and I was probably 13, 14 years old. But they chained him up, and he escaped. That's Dan barking about something. He's a howling. The hound dog in him's coming out. When he barks so much that he starts to howl like a hound dog. But I hadn't heard Tank at all, so I'm not worried about it. Her dog will bark at anything, He's so funny. Dan can't be left with the chickens by himself. And sometimes even when you're there. One day a week or so ago, he was running around in and out of the barn, and you have to be able to keep a close eye on him because he won't purposely hurt the other animals. He just plays really, really rough, and chickens can't handle it. He thinks he don't mean to hurt them. He just thinks he's supposed to be able to pick them up with his mouth and run around with them, and then turn them loose and let them take off and catch them again. So when I know you've probably seen some videos where he's chained to the tire down there. That's when Scott can't keep an eye on him or watch him, or either he's been watching him and he wouldn't behave himself, so he put him on the tire till he got ready to leave. But yeah, he's a character, but he's a big puppy. He's just a year old now. Yep, it's the game of tag. But he's just too rough and. Yeah, yeah. There's a book on it too, Neil. I just it was just been so long ago when I read it. It's not I can't put it back in order in my mind. He plays them a lot. Yeah, he does. Now he would. He hasn't yet, but he's way too rough. And he's fast as lightning. Try to run him down when he's got a chicken in his mouth. It's not easy to do. No, no, Dan, no. Come back here. Drop it, Dan. Drop it. But he's rough. He's just puppy in him. He just wants to play. Just wants to play. If it moves, he wants to tag it. All right, y'all. The Eddies just went live. Maybe we could jump over there and hang out with them because we've been on here over 2 hours. It was good to see y'all. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, you hear me talking about it, Peggy? uh, but I love y'all. God bless. I'll see you next time. I'll listen to the Eddies and work on trying to edit this video while I'm doing it. See y'all there. Good night. Problem is on this new screen now, I don't figure out how to get off here. It don't say leave chat nowhere. There it is.